this, we get the file content. And now we just want to throw that into the editor whenever we click on it. So I can delete that now because we verified that this works. And what's next? What's next? Okay, so I guess what we need to do at the app level is wait for some components. Oh, no, the router level. Okay, so the home view needs to on editor load equals does that work? Okay. And then we can say on editor load, we're going to receive some file. Well, let's just call this content. We don't know whether it's coming from a file at this point because that's not our business. And we can say this dot this dot refs dot editor dot I guess what we'd do is we'd create our content as the as a data value, I suppose. Okay, let's start like that and then see where we are, where we get to. And then so then we don't really need to reference this editor. And we just say the content is equal to the content. And then what? And then here we just say this dot content equals content. Okay, and then from the editor's perspective, we're going to get some props. Let's just props data. Okay, yeah, that's right. All right, so I don't know if that's going to work. I cannot remember what they use for this. Yeah, sorry, okay. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to say the editor now has these props, and the prop is just a string which we're going to call content, and it's required, and it's by default an empty string. Cool. And now can we just put the content in here? I think we might be able to. Will that work? Okay, so that's fine. So we need a V model for this. So vmodel equals content, and let's go back to our application, and when we click, is that loading? Something's happening. Okay, property or method content is not defined on the instance but referenced during render. Yeah, okay. Where's that happening? In home. Okay. Content. Oh. Okay, let's call this editor content here, and then that should be all hooked up now, right? Okay, interesting. Okay, so that's interesting. Yeah, we definitely can't read directories, so we'll handle that. All right, okay. Sorry, I'm just going to make sure I've got chat working. Okay. There we go. Okay, so the next step is making sure we're loading this content. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, first of all, I'm just going to add the window frame back onto this element because it's getting a little bit annoying. So let's go to our window manager, and when we initialize our windows with the default options we want to show, we want to frame, center, yes, auto hide menu by. Yep, and title bar style. Okay, so what we want to do is just comment out that line, and I'm going to restart our development server. Okay. I seem to be getting an error in this file. Oh yeah. Comment that as well. Now, if I'm editing this, the cool thing about this application is I'm in VS Studio Code, right? And I just push Control Space. Okay, it did pop up just on my my main monitor. Okay, cool. And then I push Control Space, it goes away. Nice. Keyboard first, right? And then escape, hides the file browser. Nice. And now we can actually move the window when we have a frame, which makes it a little bit easier to manage the UI. Okay, cool. So now, here we go. V-on handler is not a function. Notes directory.load is not a function. Yes, it's not a function because we renamed it. Silly me. What file was that in? File browser. Okay. So the .load is now called .read, and now that update. Okay, so I guess what we need to make sure is that we're listening to that event, I guess. This .emit. So we emit up to the home, and then we update our editor content. There we go. All right, so now that should hopefully work. No, that still throws an error. Yep. Okay. Cool. All right, so we update this content, but it doesn't seem to update the editor. I guess we can't really have the view model as the content there. Okay, so we don't really want that as a prop, I don't think. What are our options? Let me think. I wonder if we can just set that data immediately. Okay, I'm going to read the docs and see what they recommend, because I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Non-idiomatic VueJS. Okay, so what are we interested in here? We'll do the transitions and animation later. Custom events, definitely interesting. Single file. Maybe a bit of state management. Okay, I think just the custom events is what we're interested in. Okay, so be on my dash event. Okay, I think maybe it's my colon that I added into that. There we go. So what if we say dash instead of colon? Because we know definitely that works. Okay, so we bubble up from the file browser up to home. And here we have editor dash load, on editor load, and we should probably just be console logging this for our sanity to say on on editor